Hey there! Welcome back to another live stream. This time I am doing another commentary. It's going to be on Steven Seagal's magnum opus, in my opinion, Out for Justice from 1991. As you can see, I'm joined with my very good friend, Matt Ramboraph4life, and I want to give a special shout out to Dim for requesting this commentary. And we're probably just going to let some people drop in, here and there. I mean, to start with, before we start with the commentary, maybe kind of get caught up on some stuff, answer a few questions, so on and so forth. Hey there, DJ. Hey there, Pred. Thank you. Yeah, because it's my birthday on May 2nd, so this is kind of an early birthday stream as well, because I'm not going to be probably streaming on my birthday. I actually have a eye exam I have to do. It's hilarious. Like, happy birthday! Get your eyes checked out because you're getting older. But thank you, Pred, and thanks to everybody who has shared similar sentiments on the post that I made a while back. Much appreciated. Hey there, RJ. Yep. That's really awesome. And hey there, Crystal. So might as well kind of talk about some stuff. Matt, did you see the trailer for Predator Badlands?
Yeah, it sucked.
Yeah. Yeah, it was bad. I don't understand people praising it. I really don't get it. Or the director defending the shitty looking Predator. Well, it's a kid. Look, it's not actually fully grown yet. Does that mean it has to look stupid? I mean, there was a younger teen Predator in Predator 2, but it's not a teenager. So it's a preteen now? It's a prepubescent Predator?
Either way, let's like shit. Whatever age it is still terrible CGI, terrible
Yes.
design,
Yes.
and we've gone backwards
Yes.
with effects.
Yes. It looks worse than 1987 or 1990. It seems like the
Yeah.
Predators have gotten progressively worse consistently for some reason in terms of the design.
Sadly, yeah. I don't understand it. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. And the plot just does nothing for me. I'm not super big on it. I like the Dark Horse comics, but this doesn't really feel like a Dark Horse comic to me. It feels more like a Star Wars story that they threw a Predator in and an android from Weyland-Yutani.
Mm-hmm.
Half expect a Mandalorian to show up.
It definitely looks like it's shot that way. Its cinematography is that same way.
Yeah. And you and I both weren't impressed with Prey, so,
No. Thought it fucking sucked.
I think it still might not do that well. Because there are fans that do like Predator, but I don't know if there's enough that are going to be like, yeah, I'm going to go see that in the theater. Even with the success of Prey. Hey there, DJ. Hey there, Greg. Hey there, Chaz. Hey there, Acres of Movies. Prey 2? Really? No. I don't want to see any more of Amber Mid-Thunder.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about that.
I don't mind the animated anthology Predator that's coming out. That looks interesting. The animation quality is kind of but I like the idea of a Predator anthology. Like, I'm curious about that, but that's about it when it comes to Predator related stuff. Did you see the trailers for like Him? Did you see Him, the Marlon Wayans?
No, I didn't see that one. No.
That one looked really interesting to me because it's definitely something that's fairly unique. I can't even think of a single film off the top of my head that's a football sports movie, but also a horror film. I think that's an interesting idea, kind of some untapped potential there. And Marlon Wayans is doing a serious role. He's playing a veteran quarterback who is, I guess he's a part of this cult or something that enables him to be able to have all this success and power, and then he winds up bringing in this other guy into this whole thing. So it looks like there's definitely some kind of demonic imagery in there. Like there's a shot of the quarterback standing in what looks like a pentagram on the field, covered in blood. It looks trippy, and visually it looks interesting. So I'm curious about it. And I know Zach Krager has another movie coming out, Weapons. I don't know, that trailer didn't do a whole lot for me. And then you have The Rock making a dramatic a film in The Smashing Machine, which honestly I'm curious about. I don't think I'd see it in the theater, but A24 has a pretty good track record in terms of these kind of sports dramas, with Iron Claw, because Iron Claw, if I can speak, was great. So I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't think. Did you see any of those or?
Smash Machine looks interesting.
Yeah.
Because all this time saying want The Rock to do a different role, and now he's actually doing it. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how. I guess we'll see how it
exactly
what the results are.
Yeah,
so to speak.
It's a good concept. It's based on a real fighter, and The Rock looks the part. If you look at the actual fighter and look at The Rock, like they did a good job, and they did makeup. It doesn't look like there's any CGI. Looks like it's just makeup.
Yeah, the makeup's very good. I'll give it that as well.
It doesn't look like the makeup in Amelia Perez, where they tried to make the trans lady look like a dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Never saw Prey. Not interested in anyone. Hey, you're not missing much, Chaz, unless you want to see the Predator get defeated by its own tech because it's a dumbass. Because that's exactly what happens at the end of Prey. Oh, I don't know how my helmet works.
Yeah.
Yes, I like the first two. There are scenes in Alien vs. Predator I like, but I don't like the entirety of the film. And Alien vs. Predator Requiem, there are some moments, but there's not a lot because you can barely see those moments to begin with. And I didn't like Prey. The Predator sucks ass. And the Predator honestly seems like it might be RFK Jr.'s favorite movie, with the way that it talks about autism. And then Predators I wasn't super big on either. Hey there, Mr. Alex Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Was he a dirty cop, Matt?
Watch the film, you'll see.
Exactly. For sure. Hey there, Pred. Best and worst Steven Seagal fight scene. I think one of the best fights that he has is actually in this movie. In fact, his favorite fight scene, the bar brawl, is actually his favorite. I mean, that's his favorite. Is the bar brawl in this? So, I guess he said that in interviews, which I think is pretty cool. So that's definitely up there. The bar brawl and Out for Justice. Worst. I haven't seen as many as Matt has, so I'll let Matt share his thoughts on that. That question, what his favorite fight scene is, and worst fight scene for Seagal.
I mean, favorite fight scene probably would be something in this movie, I would think.
Yeah.
And worst, probably either something in Attack Force or Sniper Special Ops.
Yeah, I was like Attack Force. Like that's kind of the one that popped in my head. Yeah, Attack Force is awful. I still remember when you mentioned the ending, or put the grenade on the computer. I cracked up from way back in the day. I still can't believe that that's actually. Oh, there's a plague or a virus or whatever spreading across the United States. Just blow up the computer. That'll stop it. That'll take care of it. No, I haven't seen any of those videos, Mr. Alex. Would I rather go on a dark ride for Shocker or Candyman? Interesting. Shocker, you could do a lot of stuff with them, with media related, you know, different sort of like you go inside different kind of TV shows or horror films, which could be cool. Candyman, though, there's a lot you could do with that as well. But I would probably say Candyman's a little more limiting. So I would just for creativity, I would go with Shocker.
Yeah, I can see that. I would go with Shocker as well.
Because his finger looking good. That's just the way it is. Hey there, Radic. Yeah, I'm feeling better. Yeah, I got that coming up. The Patriot, as well as a bunch of other stuff from you, Radic. You've been very generous, and I really appreciate it, and I appreciate your patience too, because I got a lot to get to from you, but I'll get to it. Did I know in the original Predator 3, the original script was going to be Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny Glover, directed by Robert Rodriguez? I would have loved to have seen that. If that's true.
Yeah, it would be. It would depend on what the story was.
Exactly. Hey there, Luis. Yeah, as dirty as Officer Duffy. Yeah, the final fight scene is just pathetic. The whole movie is pathetic. That's a good fight scene too. The fight scene with Screwface and Mark for Death. Should he stay? He hasn't he started an action film? William Forsythe?
Yeah, they're direct to video. I don't remember what the name of the.
I think I have one of that. I think I have one. I'm gonna look up his IMDb real quick because I think it's called Direct Hit, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't remember what the name of it was.
Yeah, so he actually did star in some direct-to-video action movies. I think it was in the 90s, like around the same time as Out for Justice. I don't know if they were PM Entertainment or not. Not entirely sure. I know he was in Relentless 3. Yeah, Direct Hit. That's what it's called. I have it on DVD. I haven't seen it yet. But yeah, he starred in Direct Hit. And he had small roles. I mean, the early 90s were pretty big for him. I mean, he was Flat Top and Dick Tracy. He was Ice and Stone Cold. He was Richie and Out for Justice. So yeah, he had a lot of roles there. But for some reason, he just never. I mean, in terms of starring roles, it was pretty much it was just Direct Hit, and I think Relentless 3. But I don't know if he was the lead guy in that. No, it was still Leo Rossi. I think he played the killer in that one. Would I like to see Steven Seagal unmade creature feature movie called Snowblind? Or was it gonna have the Stick song on the soundtrack? Snowblind, Seagal versus a Yeti. No, this sounds bad. It probably would have been like CGI or some shit. Sci-Fi Channel original movie. Seagal versus a Yeti. Hey there, Savage Seagal Eastwood Willis. Yep, it's my favorite as well. Dragnet 2. I like Dragnet. I don't think it needed a sequel. I don't think that really would have worked that well. Having Tom Hanks and Dan Aykroyd, together for another adventure. Excited about Vinegar Syndrome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Jade and the Golden Child. I have to maybe get them way down the line. Maybe get the limited, the non-limited editions. I might have to go that route. But yeah, I'm excited about those. I know Matt's excited about the Golden Child.
That definitely. So we'll see, I guess, tomorrow night. I think that's when the announcement is for the pre-orders.
I think it's a halfway to Black Friday thing. I think that's what it is, right? So it'll probably still be available on Black Friday, so I can save up for it. Because there'll be plenty of... It's not going to sell out in the halfway sale. Hey there, Jonathan. Thank you.
Hi,
Hard
Jonathan.
to Kill. Hard to Kill has some decent fight scenes too, for sure. It's early birthday. My birthday's on Friday, the 2nd of May. Guy Ritchie Roadhouse 2 sequel to the remake. What, he got asked to do a Roadhouse 2? Like there's going to be another Roadhouse sequel?
Yeah.
God. I still haven't seen the first remake. Or the other Roadhouse 2. Because there's another Roadhouse 2. With is it Jonathan Sechich or whatever the heck his name is?
Yeah, and the direct-to-video, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I do have the 4K of RoboCop 2. I don't have the Steelbook though, and I'll never buy that trash. Have you seen that artwork, Matt? For the RoboCop 2 Steelbook?
Pretty ridiculous.
Like, what the hell is that?
I have no idea.
I wonder if I could actually... Because I got a free trial of the premium StreamYard, so I'm going to see if I could actually show this monstrosity on stream. I think I have to just add another... I think I have to add... Present. There it is. Share screen. Okay. Share screen. Select window or screen. Okay. Huh? Sorry, I'm just looking here. It's not... Huh. Okay, it might be easier if I do it this way. Save image as... Not now. And then... Whoops. Cancel. Sorry, it's a total a work in progress kind of thing here. Cancel. And then present image file. There it is. There we go. Look at that.
Yep.
I mean, what the fuck? And they're gonna charge people money for that shit? God damn. That is so awful. All right. Firestorm. Yeah, I saw that in the theater actually, by the way, with my dad. I think it was the first R-rated movie that I ever saw in the theater. So yeah, that was a great first R-rated movie to see. Wick is Pain. Yeah, the John Wick making of. I saw a poster for that. I haven't seen the trailer yet. I think Ballerina is going to be Pain. That looks not good.
Yeah, I have no interest in it. Zero interest. Does nothing for me.
Ana de Armas is hot, but I don't buy her as an action hero. Thank you, Mr. Alex. Yeah, another fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. Can this franchise just die already?
Yeah.
What'll I do on my birthday? Go to my eye exam and then just chill for the rest of the day. Maybe my parents will go out for dinner, with me and my stepdad, but that's about it. The 4K. Are you excited about that of Cobra, Matt?
Yeah, I've talked about it on the stream with Dip and other stuff. Yeah, it's cool. There's not a whole lot new to it, but
No. I knew they were never going to find the
right.
unrated, uncut
Oh, I
version.
knew that. Yeah.
Yeah, Jonathan, I agree. We don't need Lethal Weapon 5. Need to hear my rant on Out for Kill. Is it called Out for Kill or Out for a Kill?
Out for a kill.
Okay. Well, you know what to do, Radek.
Very cool.
Radek, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who said this, but like I bet you've probably gotten a lot of Air Force One stuff, right? Because the General Radek and Air Force One. That movie's great, by the way. Yeah, it's not amazing. What are you talking about? The original poster? Like that is great. The steel book. Okay. Okay. That's what he was talking about, the original. Yeah, it is the dog shit. Thank you, Jonathan. How did Hobb join in with Kane? Was he adopted? I have a novelization of RoboCop 2, and I don't remember if they explained that or not. Now you see they did a third Now You See Me.
Yeah, there's a trailer for it.
That came out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday I watched your rename a RoboCop rant. Yeah. Saw Sinners. Yeah, I saw that too. I really liked it. I actually have the poster behind me. Mansion needs a butler. Do I want the Well, first I need a mansion. I don't have that yet. I wish. Do I want the butler from 1989 or Richie Rich? Oh, both of them are pretty good. I mean, I definitely got to go with Alfred. I mean, come on. Watch RoboCop 3 will have better steelbook art. I would not be surprised. They got to find a way to sell that piece of shit. So have better artwork. All right. Okay. So as usual, when I do these live stream commentaries, I will have the chat open. So I'll pop in here and there, maybe answer some questions. And while I'm watching and doing the commentary on the film, I have the film brought up, do a countdown, go from 3 down to 1, then I'll press play, then hopefully everything will be synced up. You got the video file ready, Matt?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. So it'll be 3, 2, 1, pressing play. So here is the Warner Brothers logo. If you ask me, Seagal in this period from like the late 80s to early to mid 90s, he had one of the best runs for an action hero. Just consistently entertaining or enjoyable action films. John Flynn, the director, who prior to this actually directed Lock Up. with Stallone, which I also really enjoy. Did a great job with that. For some reason, it took you off the stage. I don't know why, Matt.
Yeah, I think because I was just trying to change the audio on the movie, so I think it was just a slip up. So it's all good though.
It's okay. So you got Seagal with his accent here. You know what's funny is apparently Seagal was giving William Forsythe crap about his accent. He's like, "You really need to work on your Brooklyn accent." And then Forsythe, he was like, "Trust me, you do."
And just for syncing, how far are you into the movie?
2 minutes.
Okay, cool.
Are you about there?
Yeah.
You got the pimp just smacking the lady here. Which this is a great way to establish Seagal's character as like a stand-up guy who's like not just gonna sit there and watch this woman get beat up on by this pimp.
Well, it's definitely the heyday of Seagal because you
Yes.
had Above the Law, you had Hard to Kill, which were both hits.
Yes.
He had a good deal going with Warner Brothers, and I mean, they were even making more money than Van Damme films at the time.
Yeah. And my stepdad, apparently, he was a massive Seagal fan. Like, he actually saw, like, all of these in the theater. I love this. It's like, beat up on me, asshole. It's like, fuck your Sanford and Son looking ass. Get out. Right into the fucking windshield.
Very nice.
That's honestly one of the most badass ways to introduce a star. Like, smash a guy through the windshield and then bam, there's your name, right?
Yep.
That's pretty epic.
Also, very nice music by David Michael Frank, who did a lot of action films around this time period.
Isn't he the one that did the score for Showdown in Little Tokyo as well, right?
Yeah, believe so, yeah. And then, yeah, William Forsythe here.
One of my favorite roles of his. And apparently it's one of his too.
I mean, that's cool. I mean, pretty much just let him run wild and just have complete fun over it.
He's definitely the type of villain you love to hate.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's cool, Jonathan. You saw this when you were 9. That's very cool. Sadly, did not see this in the theater. I think the only Seagal film I saw in the theater was Exit Wounds. I think that was the only one.
I've never seen a Seagal film in the theater. When Forsythe plays a great bad guy, yes, that is definitely true. Has anybody seen Richie? Wonder how much money was in that basement. A lot. Oh, apparently the guy who was beating up the girl earlier is the same guy from Trespass. Hey there, Jesse. Good evening. It's Bobby Lupo, right?
Yep, shot in broad daylight. I know some stuff was cut out. I'm not sure in this scene, but some footage was cut out because there was more scenes of William Forsythe and his guys going around doing stuff.
Yeah.
So there's got a bit of re-editing.
There was like 30 minutes apparently that I read that was cut out of this. More to do with Bobby Lupo, I think, and like Richie, and then more to do with I think Julia Margulies' character. But it was cut for pacing, I believe, which I can understand.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the balls of this guy. He just goes out in broad daylight and shoots the guy.
Yeah.
I mean, that is one coked up psycho villain. Like, he does not give a shit. It doesn't stop here because, like, he's still like right here. Yeah. You have this moment. I'm an asshole, and then just shoots this lady right in the head.
Yeah.
Man, it's cold.
But I mean, it made sense because why should he care?
Yeah. Yep, real maniac to do that. He was so cracked out on drugs.
But yeah, with Seagal, as much as I ragged on him today, this was his heyday. I mean, I enjoy this stuff because I think his presence actually worked well for what they needed to be.
Yeah.
He had a different style that he was in shape. He knew what he was doing in this time period. And this is just a shame of what he became.
It is. It really is.
It's too bad.
Especially when it comes to just his ego just getting bigger than his waistline. And then the whole stuff with him and Putin and Russia and all that other nonsense.
Yeah.
So it seems like he was always like an egotistical guy. Like, I've seen some documentaries where I'm like, okay, you know, he kind of seems like that was always kind of a thing, but like it seems like it just got even worse.
Sadly, yeah. Especially, I would say, by the early 2000s, it just became absolutely horrendous behavior, movies, all that stuff.
You could see a little bit of it brewing and On Deadly Ground, you know, with the preachiness and the whole like, oh, I'll make this a message about environmentalism. You could see a little bit of that ego in a film like that, but Under Siege. That's awesome, Chaz.
Yeah, but I know about the stuff, Jonathan Lindsay. That's cool. But here we have Jerry Orbach, who I think sadly he's passed away, but he's done a lot of. He did a lot of stuff throughout the years.
Wasn't he in Law and Order, I think?
Yeah, probably. He was in Universal Soldier.
Yeah.
He was the doctor. You saw the third act of the film in the first Universal Soldier. But yeah, Law and Order, he was in that for quite a few years.
Yeah, he's good in this. Yeah, I agree. Bobby and Gino had cute wives. Extended Captain Planet. I can see that. I agree. I'd rather watch On Deadly Ground than Billy Jack.
I mean, favorite scene in the movie, that's tough. There's a lot of scenes I do like. I like the third act action finale.
I really like the fight between Seagal and Forsythe at the end. That's a pretty pretty epic moment.
My favorite is probably your foot nuts.
Yeah.
That's probably my favorite.
Yeah, that's great. Oh yeah, I forgot that Jerry voiced Lumiere in Beauty and the Beast. Okay, Pred, you saw Until Dawn. All right. I've never played the game either, so.
That movie looks like shit. That's cool you like your premiere, but to me it looks like dog shit.
Yeah, that's great. The Styx fight, yeah, that's a great moment.
Yep, that's I think Dan Inosanto,
yeah,
who definitely knew a bit for Bruce Lee from back in the day.
So why can't you just piss on a tree? Monkey territory like dogs do. I mean, Forsyth's character Richie is so coked out, I wouldn't put that past him. This is my fucking territory now.
Yeah, that's cool, Jonathan Lindsay. If you want to do that, feel free. I would not mind that at all. That's up to you, Jonathan Lindsay. But sure, I would do that. That's no problem. But yeah, you definitely had a lot of action films this span of these couple years get re-edited, but mostly, a lot of Warner Brothers. I mean, even Cobra, Tango and Cash, Showdown in Little Tokyo, this film. I'm not sure if they were all the same guy, but I think some of them were the same guy.
Yeah.
But
Showdown Little Tokyo, I really feel bad for because it never even got a fair chance to make any money in the theater or find an audience until it came out on video.
Yeah. You know it's an older movie because of smoking cigarettes.
Yeah. Can't do that anymore. Sinners has people smoking, but there's a disclaimer at the end that says, hey, we're not affiliated with any tobacco companies.
Good to know.
Hey, Pred, I get it. I had a Regal membership for a little bit. I just can't afford it right now. Old school Italian gangsters. Yeah, there's actually, I think there is one actor from The Sopranos in this somewhere. Dominic Chianci Jr. has a role in this somewhere. I looked it up. I wonder how Tony Soprano would have handled Richie.
Probably pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, sure, Jonathan Lindsay. Yeah, I look forward to it. And hey there, Acres of Movies. Yes, my name is Matt, and nice to meet you.
Yeah, still comb your hair like a girl. Yeah.
To answer your question, Jonathan Lindsay, no one has.
Pred, it just depends on whether or not you did the monthly membership. If you did the yearly membership, the annual, then you have to wait a year. But if you did monthly, you can cancel at any time. You don't have to wait a year. So he's a cop, but he still has mob ties. So a little bit of that is something that some people have been kind of saying about Seagal himself, that like he had some kind of legit mob ties, and that's why.
Well, yeah, he said it himself.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah,
I forgot.
Just like he's with the CIA, he kept saying himself.
But it seems like they were kind of they were a little bit, they were getting their foot in the door at Hollywood a little bit, and so they were pushing Seagal, and that, I guess, kind of helped him, I guess, from what I've been hearing. But I don't know. It sounds plausible though, especially around that time. What kind of asshole just dumps a dog off in a trash bag? Yeah.
A guy would get kicked in the nuts at the end.
Yeah. Which I love too. I love that about this movie. It's like it sets this moment up and then it pays it off later.
Exactly.
Here we got No Sleep Till Brooklyn, which this is honestly one of my favorite usages of this song, to be honest.
This was how I first heard the song, was from this movie.
Yeah.
From Beastie Boys?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it fits better than other films that have used it lately.
Yeah, like the trailer for that Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows movie.
Yeah.
They used that song.
Yeah.
God, piss poor effect. Just fuck that movie.
That movie sucks.
It's a piece of shit.
Direction-wise, I think Flynn did a fantastic job with this film, in all honesty.
Yeah, John Flynn, who before this did Lock Up with Stallone and then would do Brain Stand with Edward Furlong. Well, I think at this point, Seagal is a lot more Chaz because he continues to make, like, Frank Dux barely talks anymore.
Yeah.
Like, Seagal will keep talking. Probably every other movie he makes, there's a line there somewhere. Don't buy that. You may have pissed in that bottle of water. Never know.
It is such a cute pup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, beautiful pup. Yeah, Lock Up is great too. One of my favorite Donald Sutherland roles too. It's Drumgool.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I mean, if you pay me that much, I'll watch it. Trust me. What sucks worse, August Underground, Skinamarink? August Underground. Skinamarink is bad, but that doesn't have. It's not a simulated snuff film with some fat ass going around saying "sniff my ass." Now you got the bread. Pretty solid car chase here.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of took this for granted back in the day because we figured this is how it would normally be made, but now it's either over glorified filters or last CG additions or anything of sort.
Oh yeah, that is that guy from RoboCop 2. Yeah. No, there isn't a 4K. I'd buy it, but there isn't one. Yeah, nowadays, like, green screen, I've seen that too. Like, the car, they're like just sitting in a car and then they have the green screen or CGI or some nonsense. Yeah. Absolute worst movie of Seagal. That's tough. He's got a lot of really bad ones. I think out of the ones that I've seen, Attack Force. Matt's seen more though. I don't know if that is his worst.
Yeah, it's still Attack Force or Sniper Special Ops. Those are his two worst. And I've seen pretty much all of them by now.
Jurassic Park World. I mean, Jurassic World Rebirth. I don't know. I'm not really that excited about it, to be honest.
But yeah, it's not too much shaky cam, not too much confusing editing. You understand the geography.
Yes. Which is something that, yeah, we kind of take for granted nowadays.
Yeah. Because nowadays everything looks like it's much more fake or phony.
Yes.
Shot on digital. Because I hate the way a lot of films look today.
I agree with you, man. Let's take him for some pork chops.
This is definitely one of the highlights is this whole scene here where the meat shop, because what Seagal was doing well is that he would show more of the brutality.
Yes.
Like he was always either breaking bones or chopping stuff off.
The impact.
Yeah.
Just pure impact.
And just the violence, just
yes.
Where he puts like the meat cleaver in the guy with
right
guy's
here.
hand and stuff.
Right his leg.
The knee there, and then I know he stabbed someone in the hand in a little bit.
You have no idea who's. He's the one that's going to be cutting everybody a new ass.
There you go.
Right in the hand.
Back when he did his own fight scenes, and didn't have to be. They were wide shots. Yeah, they're wide shots. You can see him doing it with the flow.
And the sound effects too are great.
Yeah, sound effects sell the impact.
Beat him over the head with the salami.
But he didn't have like wide shots and not stunt doubles and fight doubles. Don't be a bad guy. Be a good guy.
Yeah, be a good guy. So what are you trying to shoot me for? Yeah, raw Seagal action for sure. I mean, I like a lot of Van Damme films. I love Universal Soldier and Time Cop, but I wouldn't say they're way better than some of Seagal's best. Kess. No, I've never heard of that, Ryan. Exit Wounds. I wasn't really a big fan of that one.
I liked it.
I liked it more than you did. I didn't hate it, but
just too much wire work.
Yeah,
which is not Seagal's forte, but I liked it for what it is. I could watch it over some other movies.
Well, I could too. I mean, when it comes to his direct-to-video efforts, most of them, yeah. Yeah, the MPA is, as Matt and I have liked to call them, the Motion Picture Association of assholes. So, oh yeah. Okay, he was in Moving. Okay, that's another fun one. Moving with Richard Pryor.
Oh yeah.
You also have King Kong Bundy. He was in that.
That's right.
Holy Blood. Van Damme and an Exorcist like X-Files thing? That would have been interesting.
Yeah, that was a rumor for 5 minutes Sheldon Lettich wanted to do.
I've never seen that. I think I saw a poster for it. Didn't look that great.
Never seen it. But at least, I mean, the film does move at a good pace.
Yes.
And I actually think Seagal is actually one of his more entertaining roles.
I agree.
Probably one of the reasons why it's my favorite is I do see a bit more energy, a bit more personality in this.
Yes.
Compared to some of his other films. Although I liked his early films. I liked what he does in them.
Yeah.
And just that later on he just stopped trying among many other things.
I think he was definitely up for this one.
Yeah.
Because he gets to, do the Italian dialogue. He gets to have the accent and everything. Yeah, Out for Justice definitely does have a badass poster.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan asks, what do you think would happen if Ninja Turtles met Seagal? Do you think Seagal would survive in Jurassic Park?
I don't know. It's just kind of random. I don't know.
I know. That guy's giving me he's giving me vibes of the nephew from Sopranos.
Yeah, I just see that. I can definitely see that.
It's like, I need this shit right now. Come on. Age. Heck, bad guys actually went in Stone Cold. I don't know. Do they? I distinctly remember them getting their asses kicked by Brian Bosworth. One guy got blown up with a motorcycle while he was in a helicopter.
Well, I think I think they do shoot the judge.
Oh, they do. Yeah. Okay.
That's what they want. I think that's what he means. So they shoot the judge that they wanted, but it's just that Bosworth kills them all before they can leave.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah.
Hey, there it is. There's Junior. Junior Soprano.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Dominic Chauncey. Back when he still had some hair.
Yeah. Now, man, Seagal just put his gun on and shot them. What kind of different movie this would be?
For sure.
We had multiple crazy people in this movie.
Then you wouldn't be able to predict anything. It's like, how is this film gonna end? Seagal goes on an even bigger killing spree, and then it's up to William Forsythe to stop him. Not acres of movies. I've never been to horse race. Was this the last film that John Flynn did some other movies after this?
No, he did like Brainstand and other stuff after this. I don't remember the last film he did.
Yeah, despite negative reviews, though, this movie was still a huge hit. Like, it debuted at #1 in the box office.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, just Seagal, like, they were making money. They were making like at least like 40 or so million.
Jesse, my favorite is this. It's Out for Justice.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to his golden era.
Mine too. Yeah, Jonathan Lindsay, they're all pretty much that bad. The films you're mentioning.
Yeah, it was a great year for him. 1991.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Will Forsythe just has a very good. I guess you tell he's having a ball playing it. He loves being slimy and just complete creep.
Yep. So the last film that John Flynn did is called Protection. It came out in 2001, and it stars Stephen Baldwin and Peter Gallagher.
Oh, that dumbass Stephen Baldwin.
Yeah, who was also in another movie that he did called Absence of the Good, which I saw, and it sucked. That was not good.
Stephen Baldwin sucks. And he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, Mark for Death is good. Yeah, you're right. Around the same time this movie came out, he did the SNL. That was a horrible episode. Seagal just felt he was bigger than the entire show and didn't want to be the butt of jokes, didn't want to do certain sketches, was just a jerk, and was like banned. He was so bad he was banned from SNL. Like, you're never hosting on SNL ever again. This is a great scene though, right here. Prick. It's like, is this a setting for profanity? Was that guy also in The Sopranos? He looks familiar. The fat guy.
I don't know.
I read that Kane Hodder is in this. Like, it's not a non-speaking role, but like he has a.
He's at the. You see him in the third act. He's one of the people that gets shot. It might be his leg that gets blown off.
Okay.
Or he's at the end of the film.
Oh, he just shoves him into the phone booth. Just get the fuck out of here. Is that your girlfriend? Hey. Yeah.
That's cool, Jonathan.
It's like, what is this shit?
Yeah, most of the movies you gotta have something in the bar.
Yes. James Rolfe, like I was a bigger fan of him a while back. Like, I'm not as big of a fan of the Angry Video Game Nerd nowadays. Like, he just hasn't done a lot of good videos for a while. And I definitely don't like Rex Viper.
Who's the boxer? You the boxer?
Yeah. It's like, I'm starting to get in a bad mood.
Yeah. Another one of my favorite scenes in the movie.
Yeah.
Anyone see Richie? Anyone know why Richie did Bobby Lupo?
Anybody see Richie?
But there ain't nobody upstairs.
Is that right?
And then someone was asked about favorite scenes. This whole bit in the bar is definitely one of my favorite scenes in the movie.
It's such a badass scene. And he's just like wrecking everybody and even challenges them. He even takes the bullets out of his gun.
Mm-hmm. This is your trophy. This is your trophy. Just don't break this guy's teeth out.
Yeah. Boom. Ow. I'm gonna knock you out next.
Well, it's gonna help him suck dick better. No teeth.
They got sticks over here.
Yeah, that's Dan Inosanto.
Uh-huh.
Who I believe trained back to the day with Bruce Lee.
Well, he's moving those sticks. Did he train Stallone how to use the sticks in Rambo 3?
There you go.
Just
then all done in wide shots, all
yes.
done so you can clearly see his choreography. That's him doing it.
Yep.
Clearly see the technique.
You're shoving that guy into the phone booth. I love it. It's not just the first time. That is so hilarious. He like cleans house, and then the guy pops out of the phone booth. He's like, "Get your ass back in there."
You definitely don't want him pissing down your throat.
No. Or cutting off your head. And like this is back in the day too, when Seagal would say stuff like this, and like you'd feel it. Like it actually had weight behind it. Now, like nowadays, like I mean, if you watch a 2010s, whatever Seagal direct-to-video movie, like if he tries to say something badass, like
very lazy, very half-assed, no energy.
Exactly.
He just coasted along. He didn't care. He didn't need to care because they were still pay him to do a limited amount of days and
this
move on
is,
to
I think,
the next film.
One of the many montages. Like this is parts of the film that were cut for time. Sucks worst. Rollerball remake or Extreme Ops. I really hate Extreme Ops, but honestly, I think I'm going to go with Rollerball because of the fact that Extreme Ops is not really have a whole lot of hope behind it anyway. And it's not a remake. And it's not directed by John McTiernan. Yeah, you can barely move. Seagal for the 2010s. He's out for lunch, and I don't think he'd even be able to dance to this song. He's so fat. John Leguizamo? He's in this? I forget. Is he?
Yeah, he's in this in a tiny role.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, yep. Most of his dialogue is even him.
Yep, he's getting punched right here by Forsyth. That's Leguizamo. And steals his stuff.
That's a real line? That's not even badass. That's just confusing.
But this is a time period John Leguizamo was doing a lot of bit parts. I mean, he was the guy who shot Harrison Ford in Regarding Henry.
Yes.
He was... Yeah. He did a lot of bit parts around this time period. Sounds cool, Jonathan Lindsay. I look forward to it.
Who should have directed RoboCop 3 instead of, I don't know who John Becker, Fred Decker? I don't know. Like, the script would have to get fixed. So
maybe it was Evil Twin John Becker that did it on RoboCop 3. And
yeah, John Leguizamo was in Die Hard 2.
Yep. Along with Robert Patrick.
Steven Seagal went to get a pastrami sandwich, but they messed up his order. Now he's out for mustard. This is honestly pretty funny. Sounds like Sopranos dialogue. Shut the fuck up about the mouse. You've seen the Pine Barrens episode of that show, right, Matt?
I believe so, yeah.
That one is just a classic. I really don't care.
So how did you first discover Steven Seagal?
Me?
Yeah.
It was actually Above the Law. My stepdad, he's a big Seagal fan, and I don't think he had Above the Law. I think he had like a collection of movie tickets from movies that he saw, and I think I got it. I don't remember exactly where, but I got the VHS from somewhere, and so I just decided to watch some Seagal movies. Above the Law, Out for Justice, Under Siege and stuff like that. So, Under Siege was also one of the. I might have seen Under Siege. That might be the first one now that I think about it. But I was young enough, I don't really remember a whole lot about it, but I'm probably sure that would more likely be the first one that I saw because my mom was a big fan of that one. And she had it recorded from cable on a VHS tape. So probably Under Siege was I was first introduced, but I don't remember a lot about it. Executive Decision is also one I caught and I did not like. But no, it's not like Dolph Lundgren, where the first Dolph Lundgren movie I saw, other than Rocky IV and Masters of the Universe, is Cover Up. Like right here, you could tell the Seagal is having a good time. Just the way he's smiling.
I think it's after this he did Under Siege.
Yeah.
And that kind of got him even more into the front line of mainstream. And at the same time, it was the beginning of the end because he did On Deadly Ground. He did Under Siege 2, Fire Down Below, which they're films I liked, but they didn't do well. They underperformed. And Warner Brothers, for a bit was not having his shit because he's not good to work with.
Yeah.
But they would put up with him because movies were making money.
Exactly.
When they stopped making money, then it's like, well, we don't need to work with you anymore.
I'm pretty sure a lot of the Hollywood executives said the same speech that his character in this said to the mob guy. It's like, I don't like you. Never really liked you. If you fall off a cliff, get arrested, something happens to you, we don't care. We only dealt with you because of the money. The Glimmer Man. That's a fun one, too.
Yeah, I like The Glimmer Man, but that's another film that did not do well. The film that bombed.
That's Olympus. Just chilling. Yeah, Fire Down Below, I can get some fun out of, too. That's the last one I think he did that I was like, okay, all right. That felt like that was the last of, like, his prime to me. Fire Down Below.
Now he's out for bagels.
Out for McDonald's. Like that whole scene in that direct-to-video movie where you could clearly see McDonald's cheeseburger wrappers on the dash. Yeah, Gene LaBelle.
Well, I mean, there's different stories to what actually happened with that.
Yeah. Why did Steven Seagal not join the Expendables? Money, maybe? Because I know he was in Machete.
Well, number one, he probably would have played a bad guy, and he's not really known for playing bad guys.
Yes.
Even in Machete, he played a bad guy, but it's like, well, you can't have the guy kill me. He pretty much finishes himself off.
He commits harakiri.
And that's kind of his mentality with these movies. And he would not work with those guys. He would not be willing to share. It's like, no, I need to be in the spotlight. I need to be in the limelight. I need to be up close.
There's a Gina Gershon.
Mm-hmm. From Showgirls and many other films.
Was The Patriot released? I mean, I don't know. I think it was released through Touchstone, but I don't know if it was released theatrically. Out for a Buffet. Richie's Sisters, huh? I mean, Gina Gershon.
Yeah, I've always liked Gina Gershon. Very beautiful in this and works very well for what she's
I didn't hear about that, but that's good news for me. We don't need another Elm Street. They already tried that with the remake, and it was terrible.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
See, Richie. You know what Richie did, Bobby Lupo? Permanent memory loss. That's a great line. Should use that. That explains a lot of people that come into my store. People dealing with permanent memory loss. Hey there, thanks to Super Chat, Pred. Predator's Faces Predator, Predator 2 looked the best with Stan Winston. Do we wonder why City Hunter's mandibles folded when he didn't roar? I didn't know that. It didn't seem like it was anything that was that like noticeably bad or anything, though. The City Hunter Predator still looked great.
Yeah, I didn't notice that at all.
Oh yeah, the only time Stallone played a villain. Well, Armor, he isn't a villain. So
well, that's not true. He was a villain in Death Race 2000.
Oh yeah, back in the day. Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Death Race 2000, he was a villain back then.
Stan Winston, yeah, because he played Frankenstein in that. Stan Winston didn't do that. No, not Frankenstein. That was the other guy. That was
Machine Gun
Joe. That's who he played. Frankenstein was
David Carradine.
David Carradine.
Mm-hmm.
Who, by the way, I saw host an episode of season 6 of SNL. God, that was bad. That season is really rough. I mean, it's really hard to watch. The only great things that I've seen so far in it halfway through is Eddie Murphy. And he wasn't in for like the first 3 episodes. In fact, there's one episode where he literally, his first appearance on SNL is in the background, not saying anything, in a sketch about Black Republicans.
Sure, of course.
That's a great line too. One thought he was bulletproof, and the other thought he could fly. They were both wrong. Of course, I love the whole. You think you're above the law, but you ain't above mine.
Yeah, both great lines. Both very fun movies.
Or even the I'm going to take you to the bank, Senator Trent. The blood bank.
Exactly.
The best part of the Halloween remake is when the kid from Spy Kids gets pwned. No, John, no one's bought any of those. We don't need a Halloween TV show. We don't need a Friday the 13th series with Linda Cardellini as like young Jason's mom. I don't think we need that either.
No. I sure don't.
Someone could make a video edit from RoboCop 2 with that guy looking in the door and RoboCop punching it down. He's even shooting his own men now. Like, he's completely lost it. I love that little snicker there. It's like, why did you have to shoot him? He didn't rat us out. And he's just like, it's a chicken shit, fucking pussy asshole. Oh, he was undercover. Okay, maybe I don't know. Maybe it was. That is a lot of cocaine. Not quite as much as Tony Montana had, though, in Scarface. Who had a literal mountain of cocaine. It's so crazy. Like, I didn't recognize, I didn't know that Junior was in this. The Bestow Mountain in the bag. Totally lit up. 100%.
So why do you think Seagal like took such a turn
in terms of like his career?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of just not after like On Daily Ground, he just either stopped caring or just whatever the case may be. Like, especially his direct-to-video work.
Part of it is definitely ego-driven because I think he'd already gotten to the point where I think he was already like, well, I'm tough shit, big shit. Like, you know, I don't have to really do that much. Didn't really have to prove himself like he had in the past. You know, because he was already a star. And I think another part of it is like it seems like he was doing a lot of different stuff too, other than movies. So that might have also affected some of the, you know, what he was giving to some of the movies for a while. Like he was trying to be a cop, trying to be a musician, trying to do all this other stuff at the same time. And you know that part might have, you know, taken a little bit out of him. But I do think a lot of it is just ego driven, and I think maybe there might be, I'm not entirely sure if there was any substance abuse, but I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, I just think he just got to the point where like, hey, he got very complacent, and I think he also was like, well, I'm getting all this money from these. I think, what was it, Russians, or was it some other people that were funding some of his direct-to-video stuff? So he was just like, whatever, I'm getting paid either way. So I think a lot of it was that, like, he just didn't feel like he had to prove himself anymore. He's already a star and already had all this money and whatever, and there was nobody to tell him no either. So I don't think there was anybody who was like, hey, do something better or do something different. I think he got out of shape too. I mean, didn't have as much energy once he packed the pounds on. Yeah, burned out and old. Yeah, they almost did a Predator sequel with him. I think that, and I think he did Mark for Death instead. Yeah, definitely his ego. We thought he was worth more than it was, similar to Van Damme's collapse. Van Damme, I think, was more substance abuse than anything else, though. Like, Van Damme was, he was almost like Ritchie in terms of the coke use, man. Van Damme was out of control with his cocaine. A couple dog biscuits. Hey there, Austin.
Hello there.
I like this little monologue.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind his performance in this. I always liked it.
The score really elevates it too.
Yeah.
That's true. Feel like nobody needs you. You feel useless. Die inside. I don't know if he was a real cop still. I think there was a lot of shenanigans on that show, if I remember correctly. Yeah, JCVD tasted humble pie, owned up to his mistakes, but now he's getting embroiled in current controversy. We'll have to see how that turns out. Yeah, I know. Stream Factory's doing Fade to Black. I'm fine with my Blu-ray from Vinegar Syndrome. It's really good.
That's the thing. A lot of these films came out on Blu-ray, and there's no features on them, nothing at all, except maybe a trailer.
Oh, Out for Justice, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, even 4K. I mean, the longest time we've been waiting for Time Cop to get like a good release.
There's nothing
and then
on it. Yeah.
There's nothing on it, and the audio is messed up. I mean, we can't even get that. But Arrow Video's doing a limited edition box set of Spawn with Michael Jai White.
Yeah. Fucking Spawn.
Dragged my dad to see that in the theater along with Mortal Kombat Annihilation the same year. Yeah, I saw that. Van Damme and Seagal squashed their beef. We'll see how long that goes.
Yeah, exactly.
Knowing the type of person Seagal is.
Exactly.
Bam. Some of these shots you can almost they probably cut some stuff down in terms of the violence.
Yeah, I would not be surprised. A lot of movies they were doing that because MPA were very, very much more stingy at this time period.
They don't seem to be as stingy now. There's some stuff I've seen in some of these R-rated horror movies and stuff that's like, whoa.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, to be honest, other than that one movie, The House That Jack Built, I don't even know what was the last film to even get any issues with.
Yeah.
The MPAA.
Yeah. God, you suck. You missed like 5 shots. I love that. It's like, nah, I wouldn't. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna toss your ass off the fucking apartment. That's what I'm gonna do. Nah, I'm not gonna shoot you. I'm gonna throw you out the fucking window.
Hey, it works. If it works, it works.
Yeah, I can't wait for that set too. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, the audio on Time Cop, it's off. They messed it up. Hey, I'd stay on top of it, but like I'm not as much as I used to. I mean, I'm not buying everything that comes out.
Not me neither. I mean, I'm curious just to see what's coming out. I mean, Golden Child and Jade, I'd be curious about.
Yes.
So,
because Jade, for instance, like that Blu-ray's been out of print for years and it's expensive.
I think this will have the unrated cut.
Yeah.
Which was only on VHS. And yeah, I think so, yeah.
Cracks me up for some reason. That old guy just messing with him. You fucking cocksucker, you're dead. This guy that looks like he's related to Alex Trebek. Why don't you go back to hosting Jeopardy, you Malouk? Yeah, it has a great car chase. And that's the way you do it.
Yeah.
I'm okay with my Blu-ray of the Sean Connery of the 007. To be honest, I don't need the 4K Sean Connery 007 set. Hey man, I love special features too, but I have to be perfectly honest, man. I haven't watched a lot of features lately. I've just been watching the movie because I just have so many things that I'm doing. Like I have so much stuff to watch, and I have so many.
Yeah.
And I have to go to work, and I just haven't been watching as many features. I just have to be perfectly honest there.
No, I'm the same way. I'm definitely the same way. I know the feeling.
That's some migraine, lady. That's a hilarious photo, to be perfectly honest. That sounds like something that Vinegar Syndrome would do, because they did the first one, and then they'll do like a box set with 2 and 3 in 4K. It's the first time either one has been on 4K.
Yeah, sorry, folks, if I'm not saying much. I mean, the film around this point kind of really does speak to itself. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward film.
Yeah.
Guy going from A to B to C to find William Forsythe.
He's trying to find out where Richie is. Where he's hiding. Good example of a script where you don't have to be that overly complicated and still be engaging. And
yeah, exactly.
he got nothing to do with it. I'm mostly surprised that he went back there.
Who, William Forsythe?
Yeah, I mean, the fact that there's anybody still there after what Seagal did. No, wacko. You're mistaking me for someone who gives a shit.
We're about an hour and 10 minutes, give or take.
Hour and 10 minutes, yeah.
No, that's cool, Austin. I mean, I like the film. I don't need a 4K of it, or it's fine. But
yeah, when it comes to Lord of the Illusions, I have the Scream Factory release. It's a new transfer, though, I heard. Oh, it said the C word. Oh, shit. That poor guy, man. This is a punching bag. So now they're trying to take him out.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's how it would be. So Tony Soprano would do it. Some guy going off the rails.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
But they lost. You don't see as much shotgun stuff either in a lot of modern action movies. There's a little bit, but yeah, a little bit in John Wick, you know.
Yeah, John Wick. Definitely saw some in there.
Did nobody have anything like that?
It's been a while since I've seen Nobody, so
I know it's getting a sequel.
Rewatch it. Yeah, come out supposed to be later this year.
I'm more interested in that than Ballerina.
Yeah.
Yeah, Final Reckoning. Yeah, I will probably see that in the theater. I was disappointed by Dead Reckoning, but I think this has the potential to be better. It's supposed to be the final one too, so I think Tom's really gonna. I don't think he's gonna half-ass this, but we'll see. So there's a rumor about a 4K of TMNT. It hasn't been like officially announced yet, but I know Ernie Reyes Jr. did record some interviews. So he recorded interviews like last year sometime. So
yeah,
I don't know exactly who's gonna do it though, but somebody. The fact that Arrow did Spawn makes me think they might be doing it. Because New Line, you know, they've been releasing a lot of New Line stuff. Because they did that with Jason X and Jason Goes to Hell.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be cool if they do that, but again, till it's announced, we'll see.
Yeah. Because it would suck to just have the Stinko Vision. That's all you got. Stinko Vision.
Exactly.
Scratch and sniff card. Who do you think you are, Murtaugh? I'm getting too old for this shit. Yeah, Spawn's getting a 4K. I'd rather see Arrow or some company release the TV show, the animated series on Blu-ray officially, than 4K of the 97 film. I don't care. I still want to see it in 4K. Like, I barely even see the puppet stuff. The suits look great. And the film has some really good cinematography, so I think that would honestly really pop in 4K. And I just want to see the features. We're building up to the climax here.
Mm-hmm. The little informant.
Yep.
Dave Seagal's dirty piss water.
Yep. Apparently, this is Julianne Margulies' her film acting debut. Like, she was in ER and did like TV stuff, but this is her first film role. Probably because Seagal liked her and wanted her in it, but apparently she didn't really have the best time shooting this film with him. So she's like, I never want to work with him again.
As most people who worked with Seagal did the same thing. The exact same thing.
She's like, I appreciate you picking me, having faith in me, but yeah, no, I'm never gonna work with you again.
I know even John Flynn, director, he didn't have a good time working with him. He says Seagal was late and had an ego. he said he liked to work with William Forsythe, he liked to work with Jerry Orbach and the other people, but
yeah,
Seagal was a pain in the ass, like usual. Thought he was the teen grift of the town, and there you go.
Yeah, the Long Kiss Goodnight 4K looks great. I have that one. That's definitely an underrated gem, if you ask me. Long Kiss Goodnight.
Yeah, that's a fun one. I always liked that one. Always liked it.
One of my favorite Gina Davis roles is in that.
Mine too.
Oh. Oh. So Bobby was dirty.
So if Seagal shot her, it'd be a different movie. Right here, he just shoots her, and then
he's like, Bobby was dirty, and so are you.
Hugs her, and then see bulls just come out of her back.
Reindeer Games is not too bad.
Yeah, I didn't mind that one.
If Warner Brothers hated Seagal's ass, they couldn't wait for his contract to end. I bet it was one of those things where like Under Siege was this massive hit, and then they're like, "Oh God, damn!" Like, yes, but oh fuck, we still have to keep working with this fucking guy. It was probably one of those like conflicting opinions type situation for Warner Brothers. Oh, we love the box office receipts for Under Siege. Oh shit, that means that we're still stuck with Steven Seagal. His contract.
Pretty much, yeah.
And now he's going to be even more demonstrative and a pain in the ass to deal with.
Especially, they allowed him to direct.
Yeah.
Pretty much the next movie after, On Deadly Ground, they allowed him to direct, and that was the beginning of the end.
His direction, to be fair, isn't really that bad to me, surprisingly enough. I've seen much worse instances of direction by, an actor trying to direct or first-time director, so. I like how the finale is just in a little safe house somewhere, It's just some apartment, It's not... It makes it stand out to me. It's not like in a special location or anything, and they're just having a little bit of a party, and then and then Seagal comes in and crashes it.
This Teen Hatter sitting down.
There we go. There. That's him with the mullet.
Yep. And you'll see him later. I think he either gets shot in the chest or he gets his leg blown off. He's one or the other.
Unmistakable mullet. Like you can see that mullet from anywhere.
Of course, for those who don't know, Teen Hatter would play... Well, I had played Jason in Friday the 13th, Part 7 and 8, and Jason X. Jason Goes to Hell.
Should have been Jason in Freddy vs. Jason, but New Line fucked him over.
And Ronnie Yu.
Yeah. Well, New Line could have been like, hey, Ronnie, no, we're still casting Kane.
Yeah, exactly.
So it really is one of those things where they both kind of fucked him over.
Yeah.
And I don't like Ken Krisner, so he's honestly one of my least favorite Jason actors. Yes, Jonathan Frakes did kill it with First Contact. He was great. Did a great job directing that. Any other Stallone films since Warner Brothers? Tango and Cash. Give me a Tango and Cash 4K.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That probably is one of those. This fucking guy. There it is. There's Kane. Was that Kane that got shot there? Right in the chest. Yeah.
In the chest. Yeah.
And of course, blood squibs, because there was no CGI blood at this point in time. You couldn't do it any other way.
Which just makes him look much better because you're not taken out of the scene by all of a sudden digital CG computer stuff just pops out.
It's so much more visceral.
Well, also it doesn't ruin the illusion that you're trying to create.
And I think the reasoning for oh god damn, that still gets me every time.
Yeah,
fuck,
very good.
Oh, it's like making you like clutch your leg.
Yeah, like, very good effect at the end of the leg blowing off from like the ankle down.
Very rapid fire. Yeah, especially since the Blu-ray's out of print by Twilight time. Right into the brick wall.
There you go. Jonathan Lindsay, it's a dumb idea, but I think it's, to be fair, I think it's best to concentrate on this film, though, Jonathan Lindsay.
Yeah.
That's what the request was for.
This guy's such a psycho.
It does make him memorable.
Yeah. He's already like putting the gun to his head. You think he's gonna come out with a hostage, instead he's the one that's pointing the gun in his own head. I like pain, you know. Like pain, huh?
I think Seagal really did hurt him during this fight.
Yes, he busted one of his teeth.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's a common thing with Seagal. Like if it was right in wrestling terms, like he's that type of guy who is stiff.
He's hurt a lot of stuntmen throughout the years. A lot of stuntmen. Which is not needed, is not called for.
No, apparently that happened on the set of what was the one the one that he did before Exit Wounds? I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. One with DMX.
Exit Wounds is DMX.
Oh, Exit Wounds. Okay, sorry. Okay, Exit Wounds. I was getting confused at Half Past Dead. But Exit Wounds, yeah, apparently he injured like a couple stuntmen in that, and then he got hurt later on in the movie though. I love this fight, by the way. It's just so brutal, bloody. Just using whatever he could get his hands on. They should just keep beating ever loving shit out of William Forsythe. Frying pan.
But it's another one of those things that Seagal never wants to show weakness. So like he gets shot, but he doesn't act like he's been shot.
Exactly. And what's crazy is he had an opportunity to put on a bulletproof vest and he didn't put one on. So you could have set it up that way. He gets shot and he's just wearing a vest.
Anytime he has a fight, it's always one-sided.
I love that kill though. Corkscrew right in the fucking face.
Yeah, very bloody, very violent. That's one of the appeal of early Seagal.
And he just shoots him. He just keeps pumping him full of bullets, even though he's clearly dead.
So now this guy will take the credit for the mob, and he'll be off scot-free.
Yep. Put him in a fucking trunk in Jersey. Then this is the payoff for the asshole who dropped the dog off the trash bag.
Yeah, very fun payoff.
Kill them all. Let God sort them out. You fuck nuts.
Yep, that's my favorite line in the movie.
Hey, you Burt Young looking motherfucker. Did you throw a dog out? Tough guy, huh?
Put you in the fucking truck. Put you in the fucking. There you go.
The nads. What balls?
Man getting hit by football. Don't be a bad guy. Be a good guy.
Oh, Vic. Is that a police dog or what? That's a blast. Good time.
Yeah, very fun time. You even have this montage right here.
Yeah, which I think it's Greg Allman's song. I think
they don't really do a whole lot of this type of stuff in movies today.
There's some direct-to-video action or direct-to-streaming action movies that are kind of similar, but not necessarily to the same extent. Seagal's Wolverine? I don't know. I don't know if we could see that.
No.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that is fair. That is definitely fair. Seagal showed weakness at the start of Hard to Kill.
Well, I mean, just because the story said you have to be in a coma, but then when you wake up, you're able to escape a bunch of guys while you're stuck to a fucking table somehow.
That is true. That is true.
Using like your pinky fingers to move around.
Yeah, Seagal was stiff like Ahmed Johnson. Yeah, or Nia Jax.
Yeah.
Yeah, Seagal dislocated DMX's shoulder. I'm not sure if it's still out of print, but I think it might be. Yeah, Showdown Tokyo, but I mean the thing is Brandon Lee's no longer around, and I don't know if you could have any features. It'd be nice, but I mean Showdown Low Tokyo, the Blu-rays out is just bare bones, so. Last Boy Scout, yes, please. Love that movie. Touch me again and I'll kill you.
Yeah, that's a great one.
That film to me is honestly one of the most underrated action films of the 90s. The Last Boy Scout.
Yeah,
big fan of that film.
Yeah, always been a big fan of that one. Always been a very fun one.
And I know it was a hard shoot, and Willis and Damon, I guess, didn't get along that well, and it was just a nightmare. But
nobody got along.
Nobody got along. The director didn't get along with any.
No,
it sounds like it was just a mess.
Yeah.
It's honestly surprising that the movie turned out as good as it did. When you look at the backstory of Last Boy Scout, you're like, how the hell did this turn out to be a classic?
Exactly. That's what it seems like, yeah.
Seagal could have longevity and take himself serious. Exactly. Doing some action comedy. But maybe not lame shit like killing Gunther, though. That wouldn't help. Like, for instance, you know what would have helped him? Show up on Mad TV. Do a little skit. Do a sketch with Will Sasso, you know? Do the kind of thing that happened on SNL with Joe Pesci. With, what's his name? I think is it Craig Brewer or Greg? Jim Brewer. So he was doing like a Joe Pesci impression on SNL. Yeah. And this is whole the Joe Pesci show. And Pesci actually showed up on SNL and he was like, nah, you're doing it all wrong. This is how you do it. And it's like, what, you think I fucking sound like that? You know? So it would have been fun, I think, if Seagal did something like that on Mad TV back in the day, because then it would have been like a little bit of an olive branch kind of thing, where it's like, okay, he's in on the joke, but he never did that. There was never a moment like that. He was in the Onion movie,
yeah,
but I don't think he was like doing a parody of himself or anything in that. Too bad this film didn't get a sequel. Yeah, I would have loved to have seen Out for Justice too.
Yeah, that could have been fun. That would have been. Yeah, I just see that. That could have been fun to see. See that character return. Yeah.
Ricochet. Yeah, just a Blu-ray would be cool. The DVD is shit. Bad. Dead Bang's another one. Will Forsythe is in that as well. Dead Bang with Don Johnson. I would love to see that get a Blu-ray or something like that. Yeah, Will Sasso was great. Those Seagal sketches are still hilarious. They're honestly better than a lot of Seagal's movies were at around the same time. The Steven Seagal's America. But,
well, with that said, I'm gonna have to head out.
That's totally fine.
Ready to fall asleep. It's been a long day.
Cool.
So
thank you for joining me, though, Matt. Really appreciate it.
Yes. Thanks to Jerpin for the request.
Yes.
Hopefully you enjoy whenever you see this.
Thank you.
Fun to revisit this classic.
Absolutely.
Again.
It's a really enjoyable, fun action movie from Seagal's heyday. But till I see you again. Thanks again, Matt. Have a good night.
You too, my friend.
Yeah. Good luck with all of your upcoming videos and stuff like that.
Thank you. Same to you.
Thanks.
Have a good night. Bye-bye, guys.
I'll probably stay on for just a little bit longer just to, check in with the chat for a little bit, maybe answer a few questions, stuff like that. And also do a little bit of an update. I got more planned for another physical media madness thing, but I'll just show a little bit here. So I got Godzilla -1, the 4K here. I have not I haven't seen that one in I actually haven't seen that one at all. So yeah, the Godzilla -1. I've heard a lot of good things about it. So I got a good deal. It was like an Amazon 3 for $33 deal. We got Inglourious Bastards. I have the Lord of the Rings animated movie, the War of the Rohirrim, or I don't know if that's how you say it or not. We have Long Legs. This is one that I've been really wanting for a long time. This is RoboCop the series. This is a German release. It's the best release to possibly get your hands on if you can find it, because it doesn't have any aspect ratio nonsense, and it isn't upscaled and it doesn't look like garbage. So yeah, I know he wasn't a fan of it. I'm gonna give it a shot. I mean, there's films that I like that Matt's not super big on, so I'll definitely give it a shot, though. Grab this one because it was like $5 and it was like a relatively new movie. And it honestly kind of looked interesting. Whoop, hit the mic. Sorry about that. Got this for the Harrison Ford collection, The Devil's Own. Yeah, the Lord of the Rings anime, it's already on in 4K. Righting Wrongs with Cynthia Rothrock. Heard a lot of good things about it, so figured why not. It's a Vinegar Syndrome release as well. And some DVDs. This one I've been trying to get my hands on for years. This is like a thriller with Miguel Ferrer. It was like one of the few films that he actually starred in. Miguel Ferrer from RoboCop. And I got Night of the Twisters. It was a Goodwill blind buy because I like tornado movies, and this one is actually kind of hard to find. And then this random movie, Goodwill find, Madhouse. I mean, good cast. I mean, Joshua Leonard, Natasha Lyonne, Lance Henriksen. So there's some other stuff that I have as well, but I'll just wait to show those in another video. Yeah, the RoboCop the series is not perfect, but it's a lot better than the remake. Yeah, I'll definitely give that one a watch sometime. Continuing Adventures of Cliff Booth. I have to see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I still haven't seen it yet, so I don't really know what to say. Yeah, I love Daredevil. I saw the film in the theater with my dad, enjoyed it. I was one of the few people that still liked the theatrical cut, and I still do, to be honest. And then I saw the director's cut, and I'm like, wow, like this is like even better. So I'm a big fan of the 2003 Daredevil film. So the RoboCop TV show, it's less violent. It's a little corny at times. Really what that show is, it's much more like a lot of the other comic book superhero shows were at the time in the 90s, like The Flash and Superforce and Mantis and so on and so forth in terms of its tone. So it's a little lighthearted in tone, or lighter hearted in tone. But I think it's got some clever writing, got some good it's got some good satire in it. And Richard Eden is excellent as RoboCop. I honestly think it's his. I think it's his best role as an actor, but I also think that it's the second best RoboCop performance overall when it comes to anybody who's played the character. Did I get anything from the Kino sale? I did, Jesse. I did get some stuff from Kino. Let's see here. This is just a couple. I did get some 4Ks. I got to get some other 4Ks from Kino, but I got the Beast Within, Miracle Mile, and I got some other 4Ks from Kino as well. Snake Eyes and Bad Lieutenant. But that's it. I didn't get any more from Kino. Probably not. If I do watch it, it'll be when it comes out on streaming. The Night Flyer, yes, that does need a Blu-ray. I have a Blu-ray. It's a custom thing that somebody made. They messed up with the transfer, so there's a green line on the side of the video that's really distracting, and I hate it. I don't know how they could sell that to anybody. But give me a break. Daredevil 2, I would have loved to have seen it, but never happened. I didn't pre-order that. I'm okay with my Blu-ray right now. I'm not paying $66 plus shipping for a 4K. And I really don't want to support Grindhouse's just really carny nonsense behavior in terms of how they've handled this 4K. It's limited and you better buy the copies now, otherwise it's not going to be available anymore. Then a week later, oh, well, we have more now, but you better buy it now, otherwise it's going to be gone. Oh, a week passes. Oh, we have more still, but you better get it now, otherwise it's going to be out of stock. And we don't have plans for a standard release. And then they're like, oh, no, actually, we do have plans for a standard release. But, oh, the standard release, though, is not going to be any cheaper. That's the thing that really is like, what? So you're releasing a standard, but it's the same price? Get the fuck out of here, Grindhouse. Give me a fucking break, man. Am I a fan of the Getaway remake? I love it. I really like that movie. I did a review of it on my channel, Jesse. If you can just look up the Getaway and you should be able to find it. I really like it. I actually think it's better than the original. as crazy as that sounds to some people. I liked it a lot, especially the elevator sequence at the end. I thought that was really, really cool. Do I wish I'd seen RoboCop in the theater? Yes, that's one of my one of my few remaining films that I really want to see in the theater. And preferably in 35 millimeter, because I've seen so many of my favorites in 35 millimeter. I've been very lucky to have had that opportunity. I saw Creepshow in 35 millimeter. I saw The Thing in 35, actually in 70 millimeter. I saw the Indiana Jones trilogy in 35 millimeter, the Evil Dead trilogy in 35 millimeter. I saw the Monster Squad in 35 millimeter. I also saw Maximum Overdrive in 35 millimeter and the Fly remake. And the Fly remake was really cool because I saw it with Chris Walas in attendance, and I actually got to get his autograph and ask him questions and thank him personally for his work on the Fly 2 and tell him he did a great job directing it. And I did also see some other ones, like I saw The Burbs with Joe Dante in attendance, asked him a question about inner space. He mentioned it was actually one of his favorite films that he did, which warmed my heart to hear that from Joe. And I also talked to Rick Baker because I saw Harry and the Hendersons, a screening, and Rick Baker was there. And I got to meet him and get his autograph and ask him about Night Skies. So that's pretty awesome. Hey, that's fine. That's cool. There's going to be a lot of ranting if we do Ghost in the Shell. And there's probably going to be a lot of, huh? What? Grindhouse, yeah, there's two different, there's Grindhouse releasing, and there is another Grindhouse video. So Grindhouse releasing is the studio that's releasing the Beyond, and Grindhouse video is the one that's going out of business. What? I mean, they're not gonna have the original in IMAX. I saw the remake in IMAX. DVD on TV series is played movies on cable and trivia, deleted scenes, or commercial breaks. No, I don't remember that. I kind of do remember something that had like little pop-ups. I think AMC did something like that. I think when they did MonsterVerse, I think there were some times where they would have like little pop-ups that would show up. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool to see all that stuff in the theater. The Blob remake, that's another one I saw on 35 millimeter, by the way. Do I think the theater would play the unrated cut of RoboCop? Probably. I don't know. Maybe not. It depends on the theater. If it was like the Hollywood Theater or Alamo, they'd probably play the unrated cut. Commando, Invasion USA, that's awesome, Austin. That's really cool. Commando is one of my favorite Schwarzenegger films. They're just so. It honestly has some of my favorite quotes when it comes to Schwarzenegger. With the whole thing with Sully, and it was all like, "Matrix, you promised you'd kill me last. I lied. Don't disturb my friend here. He's dead tired. Let off some steam, Bennett." Yeah, Commando is awesome. Invasion USA is great too. Rostov, it's time to die. Yep, I met Peter Weller. So just reminiscing about getting to meet him made me have a mumble mouth there. But yeah, that was pretty cool. Do I like Raw Deal or Assassins more? Raw Deal. Even though Assassins has its moments, things that I like, Raw Deal is also one that I'm not super big on. Raw Deal is shorter, and Raw Deal it's one of the more interesting films in Schwarzenegger's earlier filmography. So that kind of makes it stand out a little bit as well, at least in a positive way for me. Speaking of photos, I don't know, is it still, do I still have this photo saved on here? I'm just checking to see if I still have the photo of me and Peter saved on my computer or not. I thought I did. Maybe I moved it. I might have moved it somewhere. Looks like I don't have that photo. No, there it is. There he is. There's the man. There's Peter Weller. Yeah, it was cool, but it was one of those things where it kind of had to, you know, it's just move real fast, like type of deal. Got to take the photo with him, and didn't really get to say a whole lot, but it's still a memory that I'm gonna have. I kind of, I it's one of those photos where like, man, I shouldn't have worn the jacket on top of the jacket thing because it makes me look like the Michelin Man. But it's still something that I'm really glad that I had the opportunity to do. So I think there we go. Yeah, we're about the same height. Yeah. Yeah, I have the same crappy Fox DVD. I don't have, I think there's a Blu-ray. I think there's a 4K actually of Raw Deal overseas. Yeah, I have the Scream Factory Blu-ray Invasion USA. I know there's a 4K, but I don't have it. Hey, that's cool. You met M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong, all right? Well, it's good that he's nice. I'd have a problem if he wasn't. But yeah, I got some stuff I got to get done tonight as well, other than just the stream. So I'll probably stop. I'll probably call it a night myself. I do have a bunch of reviews coming though, and once again, thank you to everybody who's said some kind words, of encouragement, or just trying to help me, keep my head up and everything in terms of what's going on with me. And yeah, in terms of the next videos, I got Nosferatu, the Robert Eggers film. That's going to be the next video. I didn't hate it, but I definitely do think it's pretty overrated. Um, I don't understand why this got so much praise. I think a lot of it just has to do with the fact that Robert Eggers directed it. If any other filmmaker directed that movie, I don't think it would have been praised nearly as much as it is. But I'll save more of my thoughts for the actual video. And then I am going to probably do Oppenheimer after that, which really surprised me. I probably would not watch it again anytime soon, but I actually really liked that movie. And I thought it was not going to be for me. And I thought it was going to be boring and overlong and talky, and I wasn't going to be able to get into it. But it was actually, in my opinion, one of Nolan's better films that he's done in a while. Not quite on the same level as Interstellar for me, because that's my favorite of his. But surprisingly close. So yeah, those are probably what I have planned for later tonight or sometime tomorrow. And then I got a bunch. Like, I got so much coming. So just keep an eye out for that. In terms of newer stuff, I got Minecraft and Snow White, but I almost want to wait till they hit streaming, because all I have access to is a cam, and I don't really can't really go to the theater. Although I did see Sinners, but that was pretty much the last of my funds that I had for the month to be able to go see something to the theater at least. And I'll do a review of that sometime soon as well. So yeah, thanks again, everybody. And yeah, I've definitely felt it was a fun time. And I actually do have some more live stream commentaries planned for sometime next week. So keep an eye out for that, because I got some requests for the first 2 Beverly Hills Cop films. So I'm going to be doing some Beverly Hills Cop. I'm going to be watching some Axel Foley antics. So I'll keep everybody informed as usual in terms of the date and the start time and everything for the Beverly Hills Cop commentaries. But yeah, until next time, I'll see you. See you later. Bye.